Hey you guys, welcome to today's reading. So today is going to be a viewer request reading on Jude, Bellingham, and Ashlyn. I can't remember her name. I don't have it in front of me, but it's in the title, and I'm going to be tapping into the current energy. I have a viewer request that I tap into the energy of their relationship and how they feel for one another. And I'm going to be honest because I know you requested this twice if you're watching this. The first time you requested it, when I tapped into their energy, Spirit just told me that the reading would be quick and easy. There really is no need for me to tap into it because it's the typical IG model and athlete relationship, and I'll obviously confirm that in the cards, but it's no different than that type of dynamic, and it's very transactional. And if he did not have that money, she would not be with him. But again, I'm going to confirm this in the reading. All things said in this reading is alleged for entertainment purposes only. For viewers that have future requests, I ask that if you have somebody you would like for me to read, that you give me specific questions or topics that you want me to tap into. And if it's something that Spirit does not want me to tap into, then you probably won't see it in the lineup of videos that I do. But I'm kind of doing viewer requests sporadically here and there because I do have videos and content that I want to get out on topics that I myself am interested in. So with that said, I'll get started. And also, one more thing, if you have athletes that you want me to read, then definitely put in what you want me to read on. I do not watch sports, so I have no clue who a lot of these people are unless it's like LeBron James, Stephon Diggs. And no, I'm not saying I'm going to read on them, but I just need some context because I don't keep up with sports. A lot of the times, if they're not in the blogs or dating someone that's like a musician or an actress or anything like that, I do not know who they are. So I just want to put that out there. So with that said, I'll go ahead and begin. It's going to be very general and just tapping into their relationship only. So this will be pretty quick, I think, but we'll see. What is the state of the relationship between Jude Bellingham and Ashlyn Castro? Boss daddy, stable, rich, business owner. I told you at the beginning of the reading, it just gives me very transactional. So let's see what else. Card fill out. Child services. That card has been coming up in a lot of my readings. Groupie. And then at the bottom, we have obsessive lover, clingy, controlling, can't let you go, karmic, and chaotic. Yeah, like I said, if he did not have money, she would not be with him. And then it's interesting, we have groupie that came out in the card. So this could very much be transactional. I mean, that was the energy I was getting just even looking at them. But just in the cards, it's saying to me that this dynamic just gives me she's in it for a check, allegedly. Because I did see for her, she has dated other famous people. When I was doing my Michael B. Jordan reading, I did see her name came up for him as well. So this is not her first rodeo. I'll say that. And this is not to judge her or anything like that. I don't know these people. And quite frankly, I don't care too much about what they got going on. But there's nothing really special about this energy, I'll say. To me, it just gives me financial stability. And that's what she wants. And I'll see if they're in love from the tarot to kind of get a better idea of how they feel about one another. But don't be surprised if she comes up pregnant and she secures her bag with a relationship. Well, not only a relationship, but a baby. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. I just heard the word hooked. So yeah, and they're pretty young. So let me see. She's 28 years old. They've only been together since late 2025. That's when the public knew about it. And then Jude is 22. She's 28. Wait, hold on. So she's 28 and he's 22. So yeah, I mean, like I said, don't be surprised if she ends up pregnant or with a child to secure her bag. Okay, that's just what it's feeling like to me. So I guess I can ask individually how they view one another, so we can give a little bit more context here. So how does Jude view Ashlyn? How does Jude view Ashlyn? I just heard the word prey, so like she may have preyed on him allegedly due to the age difference. All right, we have offer, and then we have travel here, and then at the bottom we have fishing for comments. If you keep up with them, do they travel a lot together? Do you see them going on trips a lot? On his side, it feels genuine because we have genuine intentions here. So this is somebody it feels like he does like. And I just heard nose wide open. Yeah, he may have his nose wide open. That's a term we use in America. I don't know if y'all are watching from other countries, but this is something that it feels like he really likes her. He enjoys her company, and they may just do a lot of traveling together. And I think he really enjoys that. At least is what it feels like energetically. Let me just pull one more just to confirm. Let's see. And then we have moving. Then I said they do a lot of traveling, perhaps. And then we have fake accounts. And then she is, they say influencer slash model, but she gives me IG model energy. We have fake accounts. Can't stop watching you is the line that Spirit wanted me to focus on. So he could be just in love. And well, maybe I don't know if in love. I don't know about that. Like I said, we'll clarify in the tarot, but it just feels like somebody that he watches her even on her social media a lot. What is she posting? Just her body, like body images. So maybe, I don't know if she's posting like what we call quote unquote thirst trap pictures, but he may just be seeing what she's posting, the type of content she's putting out. So he feels like somebody that may or may not have a burner just to even just watch what she's doing, seeing who's liking her pictures and who's commenting on them. I just heard the word insecure. So allegedly he may have some insecurities about his relationship with her because he knows she's a model. Yeah, I mean, it feels like he does really like her though, but it just feels like he also has a tendency to keep up with what she's doing on his side. So let me see what's her perspective on him. All right, so how does Ashlyn view Jude? How does she feel about Jude and her perspective of him? All right, for her, we have too busy winning. Let's see what else? Want you back. Huh. Crying over you, still not over it, watching your post, pretending you're fine. Are they having like relationship trouble, allegedly? It feels like they still have some ties, but maybe they're having some relationship issues. I just heard a petty argument. Immediately when I got the too busy winning, I heard she secured him. But I want to clarify this want you back crying over you because it's making me feel like they're having a little bit of difficulty. Because I did read that he came from another relationship in 2024 and he got with her just last year. So it feels like they're very early in their relationship. But let's see what else here. All right, tell me more. All right, karmic, can't fully trust him, always some tension, low key competing with you. So it's not that they don't like each other. The feelings are certainly there, but there's something about they have some drama intertwined in their relationship. Petty drama. So petty arguments, petty drama. And then we have all vibes, no receipts, talking nonsense, messy storyteller. And then he has fake accounts watching her. Allegedly, it feels like he doesn't trust her completely because remember, I heard Insecure. He may have seen some things that he does not like that she has done, allegedly, at least at the time of this reading. And this relationship could be karmic for them. He's only 22 and she's 28. So you can only imagine what a 28-year-old woman has to talk about with a 22-year-old. And it feels like he may even like her more than she likes him, allegedly, allegedly. If the ages are not right, y'all correct me in the comments because that's literally what Google is telling me online. But I don't really know if that's true. But if it is true, then it doesn't feel like they're truly aligned in this relationship. This does feel karmic though. Like I said, even just looking at them, she allegedly, like I said, Spirit told me she would not be with him if he did not have the money. What is the current obstacle in their relationship? What is the current obstacle in their relationship? What is the current obstacle between Jude and Ashlyn currently? We have obsessive lover, clingy, controlling, can't let you go, karmic and chaotic. Didn't I say it feels like a karmic relationship? We have karmic and chaotic, and then we have karmic here. Sorry if y'all can't see. I don't know how to get rid of the glare, but bear with me, please. Anything else about obstacles? We got played out here. And then we have girl fight, jealous vibes, physical fights, arguments, petty drama again, bad reputation, love triangle. Those who are watching that are familiar with their relationship, has she been accused or has she been known to like cheat on her boyfriends or something like that, or talk to other guys? Because it's feeling like to me that it doesn't feel like it's him. It feels like it's more so her that may be stepping out or exploring her options. It doesn't feel like this is faithful just because we have love triangle, bad reputation, arguments, fights. And then I'm gonna move the cards around. Let me see. And then for her cards, as you see, let me see. We had want you back, didn't know your worth, too little, too late. And then there was one more. Oh, and here we go. Crying over you, still not over it, watching your post, pretending you're fine. So they may just be having one of those situations where they're fighting, they're arguing, and they're having these moments of many take a breaks, many will take some time away from each other. It gives me this relationship is just full of sort of animosity, like underlying animosity almost. Animosity mixed with some jealousy here, some fights. It doesn't feel like he wants to let her go though, but it feels like he's also feeling just still insecure about the entire situation, potentially worried that somebody's going to take her away from him unless he already feels like she has gotten taken away from him. I just want to take another look at their pictures online to see something real quick. As soon as I opened up his Instagram, Spirit said green, like he's so green. So I just heard he's being taken advantage of allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I'm still on here looking at his page. And then let me go on her page. Sorry, y'all, I'm doing this like off camera because I don't know who these people are and I just want to feel their energy through the pictures. Like looking at her pictures, I heard multiple suitors, so she could have a lot of people in her DMs. All right, I'm gonna pull a couple more cards and then we'll move on to the tarot. All right, we have photo proof, we have thief, and we have creeping. That's him watching her. Y'all, that is him watching her, like watching her page, allegedly. And then we have dodging bullets, blocking bad energy, fake papers can't touch you, escaping toxic people. This whole relationship's kind of weird. They give me like on and off type of energy. Like we're together, but we're not together. It feels like he wants her more than she wants him, allegedly. It just feels like she just wants to secure a bag. I'm not feeling like genuine love or affection in this, at least not yet. I'm gonna move on to the tarot so we can get some more clarity. All right, we have Knight of Wands, and then we have the Magician at the bottom. So between the two of them, let me pull one more because I did get a message, but I just want to confirm real quick. And then we have Death at the bottom. This relationship, if they are together, it's not going to last long. I was going to say that at first, but I just wanted to make sure that that's the correct energy. Knight of Wands to the Magician. So this is something that was manifested very fast. This relationship feels very fast, and I feel like they moved too fast. For Ashlyn, it doesn't feel like that is different from what she's been through as far as her relationships. For him, no, it feels like it lasted a little bit longer for him. Where it was supposed to end, he's hanging on a little bit longer than he should. I'll also say this, allegedly, I usually don't talk like this on my channel, but it feels like it was very sexually charged as well. I'll say that. It feels like the relationship itself. I can't say what I want to say because I know this is YouTube, but yeah, it feels very sexually charged. And this is something that was manifested. I mean, it feels like it was allegedly physical before it even got to be a relationship. And it led to having a lot of anxiety. Then we see obsessive lover, fake accounts, watching your accounts. I was talking about him. And we have Nine of Swords here at the bottom. So that's like depressed and being very anxious, up in your head about the situation. And that could be him thinking about his relationship, stressed about it, watching her post. And she's probably not responding to him or seeing that she's getting attention from other people. Yeah, I feel like this relationship was not meant to last long. It doesn't feel like that, but it just feels like for them, it started off allegedly physical and manifested into some type of relationship. And now it's gotten him feeling obsessed and worried about the relationship and where it's headed. They very well could be quote unquote in a relationship, but it doesn't feel like it's a serious relationship on her end. So I'm gonna move these to the side and then see how they're viewing one another. How does Jude feel about Ashlyn? All right, so we have Six of Wands. Oh, another card, let me see. And then we have Six of Pentacles. And then at the bottom, we have the Lovers. All right, remember I said that this relationship felt very transactional. This is literally the transaction card. You giving money without having to do anything for it. So he probably went into this feeling victorious. I scored the woman that I really like and enjoy spending time with. The sex is good allegedly, and this is somebody that I enjoy just being around. But he's also has had to fish out some money to give to her, having to fund something, having to give her some money of some sort for work that she has not done, which is just freely given. I just heard the word exchange, and then we saw at the bottom we have the Lovers, which represents both of them. So, like I said, for him, he's viewing it as victorious, but I understand that I'm gonna have to give her some money. I just heard the word provider, so yeah, and this goes back to that boss daddy card that I had pulled out for the oracles. Rich, stable, CEO type of energy. He's a football player. So he has money, and that's literally what it is. I know it's like pretty cut and dry, but the messages are just coming really fast for them. All right, let me see what else. If depending on how it feels like, okay, I'm gonna show y'all the rest of the cards. We have Queen of Cups, which could be her. I don't know her sign. Then we have Four of Wands, family, him watching her, just them arguing. It feels like if things had went well with them, they could have very well started a family. And I feel like if she may try to get a baby on him. I feel like that too, just to secure stability for herself. But we'll tap into her to see how she's perceiving him. But I'll pull one more card for him and then switch over to her. Yep, and then that's the truth. This is the truth. This is the matter. This is Ace of Swords is literally confirming that everything here is the truth. And then let me see at the bottom. This is something that he hoped and wished for. I feel like he was the one that manifested this relationship allegedly, but I just heard he knew what it was. I'll say that. But this is just very common for these models and influencers and athletes. This is literally commonplace for them. So that's how he's perceiving her. This is the truth about how he feels about the relationship. Okay. All right. So I moved his cards over to the side. So now I'm going to look into her energy and how she perceives him. All right, Spirit, how does she perceive Jude? How does Ashlyn feel about Jude? Oh, Lord, got the Fool. Uh-oh. All right. All right. And then we have the Star, which we had at the bottom for him. Shame and regret. So how she perceives him, she knows that he wanted this relationship. It feels like she was preying on his feelings because we have the Fool. She sees that it's something that he took a leap of faith for in this relationship. And she also knows how he feels about her, that he was wanting this relationship. It feels like he liked her more than she liked him. And I would say even with this Five of Cups, I'm getting that she feels shame and regret behind this relationship and how things have went. Maybe even regret about her being with him in the first place. But let me confirm that just to make sure that's the energy. Since we know what the Fool and the Star are, I just want to confirm that last. I had a couple of cards come out, and I'm going to show you. I'm not going to lay it on the table, but we have the Magician, which I showed you earlier, which was what was manifested. And then we have the Devil here, which is interesting because obsessive lover did come up in the oracle cards, and you see them chained together. And I feel like she knows that he be watching her. I feel like she knows that about him. And that could also be why she has a shame and regret about the relationship, because this is clarifier 4 5 of cups, 7 of wands, them fighting, them arguing, her having to defend herself. This is literally her defending herself. Look at all the wands at the bottom and her with the staff trying to fight back. So yeah, this is something that they probably do argue a lot. Okay, I heard tit for tat. And then we have Knight of Pentacles. So also getting that at some point the money may have slowed down to what he was giving her as well. He was giving her something to help fund her lifestyle, help her giving her, some change or whatnot, but it was moving pretty slow. I would say even for her. Okay. And then we have Ace of Pentacles at the bottom, where it feels like this is something that she thought was going to be an opportunity for more money to roll through, to come through for her, but it's pretty slow. I wouldn't say he's like shelling out hundreds and thousands of dollars or anything like that, but it's pretty slow. It's pretty slow, and allegedly, if she were to have a child or get pregnant by him, if we were to ever get that far, that would be a secure paycheck for her, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Okay. All right. And then we have a Nine of Swords again, being worried. Somebody trying to start a family. Yep. So I would say that Yeah, she knows that he's very clingy. I just heard accusations, so he could be accusing her as well. Not only watching her, but actually actively accusing her, talking to other people. I mean, I don't know how exclusive they are at this point, but I'm just getting they fight quite a bit and I heard tit for tat. All right, well, I'm gonna do a final pull on what is gonna be the future of the relationship, and then we'll close it out. What will be the future outcome of the relationship between Jude and Ashlyn? Maybe it'll be a baby, maybe it won't. We'll see. Oh, okay, future, Wheel of Fortune, King of Cups, and then allegedly he will find out about these suitors. I feel like he has some suspicions, but the truth is going to come out. Ace of Swords at the bottom. This is definitely karmic. Like I mentioned, we have Wheel of Fortune for them, so this is a karmic relationship for the both of them. And I feel like she's also juggling. Look, coincidentally between two kings. I'm gonna look at his birth sign. Let me see, because he could be a water sign or a fire sign. But if he himself is an earth sign or an air sign, then it may not even be him, allegedly. So let me just double check that real quick. All right, he's a Cancer. So yeah, I'm just getting that she's juggling between the two men, and Jude is a Cancer, so he could be this King of Cups, and then we have a King of Wands. So there are multiple men involved in this, and who the King of Wands is could be a fire sign. It could be a famous person as well, because like I said, if he didn't have money, she would not be with him. But the truth about her balancing between these two men is going to come out in the relationship in the end of it all, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. All right, we're gonna pull a couple more cards, and then this will be it. All right, what else about the future for them here? Please clarify. We have the Hierophant, and then we have Death here. Let me put one more for the Hierophant because I just want to make sure that what I'm getting is true before I say it. All right, and then we have a Two of Wands reverse and the Devil now at the bottom. Spirit said he need to let that girl go. That's literally what I just heard. I wanted to check on the Hierophant because I could represent them getting married. If they do have a baby, allegedly, it would lead to him proposing and getting married to her. It feels like in the energy. But this Two of Wands reverse and the Devil at the bottom, not only is it obsessive energy, but that could be very toxic energy. If they do get married, it would be because it's the right thing to do. But it would be more so for him wanting to get married, but I don't feel like it'd be her wanting to get married because she has multiple suitors here. And then we have Two of Wands reverse. So that could be indecision, lack of planning, fear of change as well. I mean, a couple other meanings, but I'm just getting that it wouldn't be of her choice. Like if he proposed to her, it would probably be a surprise. It would really catch her off guard. I just heard that if he were to get more money, she would be okay with getting married. So if the money were to run up, she would be okay with the potential of getting married. But as it currently stands with what's going on with them now, I don't feel like marriage is something that she would even want right now. But he himself, I feel like he wants to start a family with her. And that's why he's obsessed and clingy and insecure. He wants this. And I just heard again, nose wide open. That's what I'm getting on the energy for the both of them. It just feels very, I just heard the word frazzled. It just feels kind of all over the place. But if they don't have a reason to be together, like a baby or something like that, or any type of tie, I don't foresee them being together long, but it does feel very karmic, and both of them have lessons that they need to learn with this relationship. So we'll see what the future holds for both of them. I know it's still a fairly new relationship, but she is definitely weighing her options when it comes to different suitors. So I'll say that allegedly. But that's all I have for today's reading. Let me know what y'all think down below. If this resonates, makes sense. If you all who are following their relationship or him as an athlete, let me know if you guys are kind of getting the same vibe between the two of them. That's all I have, and I will catch y'all in the next reading. Thanks for supporting, and that's all I got. Bye.